Guys, the easiest way to make money with meme coins is to actually front run every single narrative. And for that, you have to be digging deep. And I have been doing exactly that to bring you the next big narrative in my opinion. And that is going to be creator capital markets. Right now, from Solana to PumpFun, everybody is getting crazy about creator capital markets. So what are these? And how can you actually capitalize on this new narrative? Because right now you're getting some amazing opportunities which I'm going to show you in this episode. So if this is the type of content you enjoy, guys, then make sure that you drop a like and also smash the subscribe button. And now guys, let's get right into it.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
So guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me yet again. I have a severe neck pain right now because of what happened yesterday in the gym. So I skipped gym today, which is pretty sad for me because I really want to go every single day. But anyway, guys, I am here again to bring you the alpha. So let's just dive right into the chart of Bitcoin first. All right. So basically, we have been just tanking towards the downside. It has been a massive correction all the way from $124,500. We have come to around $108,700. All right. Right now, guys, we are looking at this corrective structure. The other scenario is going to be an impulse towards the downside. But before I dive deeper into this corrective structure, let me just zoom out a little bit and show you what are we looking at. So from the low of $74,000, you can see that we likely have some sort of a three-wave structure here, three-wave structure here, three-wave structure here, which is a larger WXY. All right. Now, this is a three-wave structure towards the upside inside of your wave 1. Then you have another three-wave structure inside of wave 2, another three-wave structure inside of wave 3, and another three-wave structure in your wave 4. Then again, you can count another three-wave structure here in your wave 5. Now, when your motive waves, the first wave, the third wave, as well as the fifth wave are all three-wave structures towards the upside or towards the downside, that actually means you are looking at some sort of a diagonal. All right. Now, one more thing that usually happens in diagonals is that there is an overlap between your wave 1 high and your wave 4 low, all right, which is likely the case here as well, all right. Now, if that is the case, then we are basically looking at some sort of a leading diagonal, right? Then we are looking for our wave 2 towards the downside, which has to be some sort of a corrective structure. Once that is done, we are looking at another big impulse towards the upside, which is likely going to happen in October, all right? So let's just decode this price action right around here, which is your corrective structure. So in that case, guys, you are looking at an A, B, and C towards the downside. This is your wave W, a three-wave structure. Then you have an A, B, C towards the upside. This is your wave X. And now we are looking for our final A, B, and C towards the downside in our wave Y. All right. Now, because wave X did not retrace to the 0.7 Fibonacci level, which if you actually plot from the low of your wave W to the high of your wave W, from where it actually started, and then you toggle on the 0.7 Fibonacci level, then you can see right around here, wave X did not touch the 0.7 Fibonacci, which usually means that we're looking for a deeper correction. All right. That would mean that we're looking for A, B, and C towards the downside. Your wave Y price targets are currently coming between $102,000 and $105,000. So that is your zone where you should be going swing long on altcoins. All right. Now that also makes me believe that if you are still worried about, what altcoins you're holding, guys, this could actually be the potential last final chance to actually lock in into the right place, into the right altcoins. Because guys, meme coins are all fun and games, but you cannot be investing everything into meme coins, right? You have to have some sort of a core portfolio because that is what risk management tells us, right? And that is why it is important to have a strong hold of altcoins which are going to outperform the rest of the market. If you're willing to copy my personal portfolio where I hold just 5 altcoins, which I believe are going to outperform the rest of the market when there is a true altcoin season, then guys, make sure that you click the first link in the description section below and join us inside 𝗕𝗪𝗔𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗦 private. That is where you're going to get all of my spot trading strategies as well as all of my holdings that I am currently holding. You are going to see the exact allocation, you're going to see the exact levels to enter and every single thing. All right. I believe that it is not wise to be holding like 20-30 coins just hoping that everything is going to pump in an altcoin season. I do agree that 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗥𝗦 did say that he is holding like 50-100 coins because he thinks that even a few of them are going to actually give him an insane amount of X's and basically recover the entire portfolio. But guys, you are trading memes, right? So it is much better to just hold the best assets, and precisely I would say just 5 or 6 as far as altcoins are concerned, and then you can just play with meme coins with size as well, right? So you get in, you get out, you get in, you get out, you make a few X's, you leave a moon bag, and that is how you play the meme coin game, which I'm going to basically discuss in just a second. All right. So basically what we are looking for is an ABC towards the downside. Right now we have some solid zone of support between $107,700 and $108,700. So this region is where I expect wave A to actually end. Now we are looking for a three-way move up, which could get rejected somewhere around $115,000. And then we are looking for a five-wave structure towards the downside in your wave C, which could get us back into this region right around here. So in the shorter term, you are expecting some sort of a bounce, all right? But eventually you are looking at lower prices for the price action of Bitcoin. There is no way you can count this structure as a finished correction at the moment. So you have to be very mindful of what you're buying or what you're going long on at the current moment, all right? Now guys, before I talk about creator capital markets, let's just talk about 𝗕𝗘𝗪 for a second. So right here you can see yesterday I did mention guys that we are looking for higher prices in the shorter term. And that is exactly what is going on right now. We have a nice breakout from this bull flag, you can say. And right now you can see that we're sitting at almost $16 million market cap. Guys, you have to understand what you're dealing with here, all right? The entire market is red. Everything is correcting. I'll show you a few coins which I think are at good entry points right now from the creator capital markets narrative. But you can see 𝗕𝗘𝗪 has been performing really well despite the correction across the board. All right. Why is that? You have to understand that there will be another character by 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗪 and none will be able to actually flip 𝗕𝗘𝗪. No matter what these guys actually tell you. People will buy the hype and leave after a few X's on the new things, all right? There are many of these 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗪 characters, right? And then there will be always a new cute dog, a viral cat, or a hippo that also gets media attention like Peanut did, right? But right now you can see, where is it standing? It's down to almost zero, right? People will buy the hype and leave after a few X's. There will be always a new sister, brother, or new adopted animal by Doge, SHIB, or Bonk owners. That is short-term hype. You can actually make money with these kind of plays, but you have to exit. You cannot hold them for multi-cycle. You cannot even hold them for a longer period of time because eventually they all come crashing back down as the hype dies out, right? These will never be able to flip Doge or SHIB, all right? Forget about the ATH levels. I'm just talking about the current market cap itself, right? But then there was one, and there has been only one Bitcoin mascot on the Bitcoin website, on the streets, at many events worldwide, all right? You have to understand how big it is because that's 𝗕𝗘𝗪. It cannot be compared with anything else. There is nothing similar to 𝗕𝗘𝗪. And then it cannot be replaced with anything else because there's not going to be a new Bitcoin mascot, all right? There is only one. And only a few people are going to understand what we are dealing with here. Believers will win. Real communities will win. All right. That is why I think the narrative behind 𝗕𝗘𝗪 is so strong. Every single dip is getting bought back up. And guys, you can see we are basically forming some sort of a cup and handle pattern, right? This is a nice cup. This is your handle. And right now we have broken out. If you're looking at just this price target from the low of the cup to the highs right here, and then we can plot it right around here, then you're looking at the next price target sitting around $25 million. I believe we are looking at around 29 or even 30, $35 million market cap first, and then we might see a longer correction when you actually see the rest of the market correct as well. All right. But I don't know how high this next move is going to be. So that is why I have positioned myself into this one right around here. I've already given you multiple times, my thesis around 𝗕𝗘𝗪 and why you should get into it, why you should also take out your initials. If you have been following me on YouTube as well as on X, you should have been already in at $300,000 market cap, or later on somewhere around here when I was shilling it multiple times around $1.2 million market cap. So you must be already up. Just take out your initials and then you are riding a free bag. You don't have to care about it, right? There are a lot of things that are happening at the moment, which I cannot share with you all. And we have to be very mindful of what we actually deal with and what we actually come up with. We cannot be just running too fast and, just create a big pump and a dump, right? That is why we are focusing more on building communities. We now have more than 10,000 holders on 𝗕𝗘𝗪. All right. That is enough, guys, about 𝗕𝗘𝗪. I think right now, if you're asking me for an unbiased technical analysis, then guys, what you should be focusing on is this resistance at around $17.6 million. Once you break past this, I'm looking at instantly new highs for 𝗕𝗘𝗪, and that is when the volume is also going to pick up, in my opinion. All right, you do you. This is not financial advice. This is a play that I have been promoting, and I have been a part of the CTO team as well as an advisor, and that is basically everything. This is obviously a little bit biased from my end, but the technical analysis that I'm sharing with you is completely unbiased. All right. Right now, your support remains to be around $15 million. And then below that, another zone of support is around $13 million. I don't think we are going to go lower, but in case you actually see a dip to around $10 million market cap, that is going to be a really good entry point in my opinion, which I don't think we are going to get anyway. All right. Now, coming on to the topic of the video, creator capital markets. Solana posted this. Then Elon, the founder of PumpFun, also posted the same thing. Creator capital markets. What are these? So basically, PumpFun wants to grab market share. And if you have been in this space for quite some time now, you understand that there are memes one after the other. But the uniqueness in these meme coins is fading with time. All right. A meme coin should not be just an idea. It should be something that is unique and attaches itself to the founder or to the creator, right? The one who actually invented the meme, right? So that is when creator capital markets actually come into play. There are actual real artists who are creating art on chain, and that is when people are bidding on their art, on their style, on their designs, right? That is what creator capital markets is in simple words, right? Now, you must have seen in the past, in the last cycle as well, we got a massive NFT season, right? Why did that happen? It was all about the art. It was all about flexing the art, right? So I believe this cycle as well, when people are really, really rich, because that is what happens at the end of the cycle, you actually get this bubble when almost everybody has $1 million because, they have been grinding so hard for the last 2 or 3 years, during the bear market. They finally make it. When they make it, they want to flex it. And then they choose NFTs, right? That is what they do with the NFTs on their profile pictures on X. That is what I think is going to happen one more time. And that is why I'm very bullish on 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗔𝗡𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗀$ because that is going to be the leader in this cycle in terms of NFTs, in my personal opinion. The most expensive ones, in my opinion, right? But that also gives a solid boost to creator capital markets. And as far as I know, according to some insider information, I believe that PumpFun is going to make a massive announcement around this narrative very soon. Maybe in the next 2-3 days, or maybe in a week, or maybe in a month. I don't know, but that is going to happen. And when that happens, you are going to see a massive surge on the meme coins that I'm going to share with you all. All right. So let's just dive right into the first one. So guys, the first one is going to be Tokabu. This is the spirit of gambling. All right. And right now you can see it is sitting at $33.4 million market cap. I was talking about it right around here in the beginning itself. The entry inside 𝗕𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪�ึ a massive move of almost 15.4x on this one when it actually hit $76 million. Right now, this is your first correction. All right. I mentioned right around here, then, it looks like we are going to go lower and possibly take out these lows, which has actually happened because we created a higher high on lower volume. All right. This is something very simple that you can practice in your day-to-day trading as well if you are looking into meme coins, right? Now, guys, if you're looking for a good entry point, then basically all you need to do is plot your Fibonacci levels, right? From the highs right around here to the lows, which I would say, from where the pump actually started, from right around here. So you can see we have some crucial levels of support. The first one is exactly where the price is right now. And that is why I am mentioning it right around here, because I do not like to share charts which are sitting at absolute highs and tell you to just top blast. The case with BT is completely different because of the narrative, right? Now, coming back right here, you can see the first zone of support is $32.7 million market cap, the 0.618 Fibonacci level. From the highs, if I drop a price change tool to the lows that we have seen, it has been a 61% retrace, all right? Usually 60 to 70% retrace is what you should be bidding, in my opinion. I think this is definitely going much higher from here onwards. So your first zone of support is 32.7 million. And then a very strong zone of support is going to come right around here at $20 million, all right? This region is going to be a very solid zone of support. I would say between 18.7 million and $20.6 million. This is a region where if you actually get price sitting in this region, you should definitely bid, in my opinion. But again, guys, this is not financial advice, so just do not take my words for it. Do your own research around these kind of narratives that I'm talking about and see if you align with the entire narrative and if you think yourself that, this is something that you should be interested in or you should get a bag yourselves, right? Moving on to the next one, guys, we have Trencher. I have been mentioning it multiple times right around here on this channel itself. And then you can see that we got a nice move right at the 382 Fibonacci level. From the lows to the highs, it was a nice 4x opportunity. It even went higher than that. So from the lows to the absolute highs, you can see it's a 6.5x. but price failed to hold above the 382, which is why we are seeing this correction towards the downside. Right now, there are two different possibilities. One is going to be coming back down right here at the 786, which is an absolute steal deal on 𝗕𝗪𝗓. I'm telling you, it is going to act like troll eventually. I think there are high possibilities this could hit $100 million market cap this cycle. So, entering at $2.5 million in market cap is going to be a very good entry point. Otherwise, what you're looking for is a reclamation of this trend that we have just broken down, and we reclaim this and come back right around here at the 618 Fibonacci level, $4.5 million. So if you reclaim $4.5 million as support once more, that is another good entry point in my opinion. Your short-term resistance is sitting at $7.3 million. But apart from that, once you break past $7.3 million, you're looking at new highs, and your new highs first resistance is going to be the 1.618 extension sitting at $18.5 million. All right. So basically, that is what I think about 𝗕𝗪𝗓, and that is why I am slowly adding to my bags, because I do know that, we can actually do something like this and reclaim this resistance as support at $4.5 million. That is why I have started to buy right here itself, and I will continue to buy slowly, not just full port in one go if we go lower to the next entry zone at $2.5 million market cap. All right. Moving on to the next one, guys, we have 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗘𝗪𝗧 all in. I have been mentioning this on this channel multiple times, and I did share this inside Karushi's private as well, somewhere around here in this region. And I said that you can play on this one with size. All right. And that is exactly what I did. I have now a free bag of 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗘𝗪𝗧, but I am willing to re-enter and add more if prices come lower right around here. Let me just quickly clean the entire chart and show you what could be the play. So now you can see that if I drop a Fibonacci from the last highs, which is going to be this one right around here, to the last lows, before these highs, then this is the last low, then you can see we are coming right at the 786 at $4.77 million. All right. This is going to be a crucial zone of support in my opinion, or maybe guys, we are just going to create some sort of a giant triangle. All right. This could be something that could be in play for 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗘𝗪𝗧. All right. So then you can see that this is your zone of interest between $4.4 million market cap to around $4.8 million market cap. You can grab a bag right around here. If by chance you actually break below this support line, then you're looking at something different, which is going to be a parallel channel. All right. So for that, you can have another zone of support, and that zone of support is going to be coming somewhere around $3.4 million. All right. So let me just quickly plot a trend line right around here, plot another trend line right around here, and then plot another trend line at the current zone of support, which I think is going to act as a solid support. So these are the levels. All right. 3.38 million, 4.34 million, and 4.77 million on 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗘𝗪𝗧. All right. Now, guys, just in case you're thinking that you're already too late because they are sitting at 4 million, 3 million, $2 million market cap, and you're looking for plays that are sitting at just 200,000, 300,000, 400, $500,000 market cap, guys, you have to understand how high these things can actually run. And for that, guys, let's just go back to the last run, the last massive run of the meme coin super cycle, which was led by Fog as the leader of the creator capital markets. All right. You must have seen this meme coin pop up on your feed in the last big run. All right. Back in, I would say, November, October of last year. All right. The last Q4. Right? Again, similar things are going to happen. This one actually went all the way to like $700 million. All right. If you thought that you were late right around here, this is on the daily time frame, by the way. If you thought you were late at $12 million market cap, guys, you couldn't have caught this big move towards the upside, right? That is what I am saying. You are still very early on these kind of plays, because you have to understand that it's not just about the market cap, it's also about the chart structure. So for example, on Fog itself, you can see we are sitting at the 0.955, right? So if you see a bounce here, it is likely that, even if it's a dead cat bounce, you can come back all the way to like $270 million market cap. This is going to be crazy, right? Even in a worst case scenario, I would say, it has to come back at least to $150 million, right? And then your most famous price target is the 382, which is sitting at $439 million. You're currently sitting at just $40 million. All right. I am going to be personally skipping on Fog because I think it has already seen a big move up and it has already retraced way too much. So even though it's a good trading opportunity, there is going to be significant sell pressure when it actually comes back higher, because a lot of people might have been trapped in this region buying the highs. All right. That is why it is much more feasible for me to actually get into the plays which are new, which could actually trend in the next leg higher on meme coins. All right. And that is why I have already shared 3 plays with you all: Tokabu, 𝗕𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗠𝗪𝗠, and 𝗕𝗪𝗠𝗠𝗪𝗠. And for the guys who have been following this channel, you also know that, at the end of the video, I tend to drop some of the low cap plays, right? That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to share a low market cap play from the exact same narrative, creator capital markets, all right, which I think is going to explode next, and it's a safe bet in my personal opinion. Again, guys, it's not going to be financial advice, so do not take my word for it. And also, I have two other plays which are extremely tiny market cap at the moment, but I cannot be sharing them right here on YouTube because then it is going to be a massive pump and a dump, and that is exactly what I don't want to do with these kind of plays. All right, so I am going to be sharing those two plays which are sitting below $100,000 market cap inside Karoshi's private. If you want those, make sure that you click the link in the description section below. But there is one play which I have to share with you all, which is also low market cap, and that is going to be 𝗕𝗓𝗠𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 Again, very interesting to me in my opinion. Currently, it's very early on this one. They only have like 927 followers on X. And on their X profile, guys, you can see this is the type of art that these guys are making, and it is really active as well. You know, almost every single day they are posting something or the other, right? And also they have now collaborated with Store.fun. You can see right around here, we are excited to bring you Zesty merch together with No More Angel Wave. This is the creator of 𝗕𝗓𝗠𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧 All right. And you can read the rest yourself. I think this is going to be absolutely viral very, very soon. So pay attention to this one if you wish. Again, guys, not financial advice before I show you the chart. So right here, this is the chart. $740,000 market cap at the moment. Right now, you can see it is very early. It just launched on 7th of June, which is just 2.5 months ago. And the chart looks really good. You know, $742,000 market cap. And if I plot a Fibonacci from the highs to the lows, then you can see we just broke out from the 382 Fibonacci level, right? Usually when this happens, you are looking for a retrace maybe to the 382, and then you're looking for higher prices, new all-time highs, all right? So if you're looking for an entry point on this one entry is going to be right here at $583,000. The other one is going to be at the 618 Fibonacci level, which I think is going to be an absolute killer entry at the 0.618 Fibonacci, 370K. And that is basically also going to be some sort of a retest right around here. All right. So I've marked this already. So if price comes back right around here, you can pay attention to this one if you wish. All right. One more time. This is Zesty on Sol. All right. If you want contract addresses of all of these tokens, guys, I cannot be putting them right here on YouTube because a lot of people need to do a little bit research around them themselves. So for that, there is a link in the description section below. The second link is going to take you to a free chat group on Telegram. That is where you will find all of the contract addresses of every single play that I have discussed in this episode as well. All right. Basically, that is everything, guys, from the creator capital markets. Of course, there are a whole lot more. And if there is something that is in your mind, or you are looking at right now, make sure that you comment down below and let me know which are the other plays which you're looking for in the same narrative of creator capital markets. All right, make sure that you comment down below. Apart from that, as I already said, there are two other plays which I have shared inside Karoshi's private, which are extremely tiny low market cap coins, and I will not be sharing them right here on YouTube until unless they are sitting above like $300,000-$400,000 market cap. So I'm not affecting the charts too much. All right, that is basically it from the creator capital markets. And apart from that, again, guys, this is your chart for BITI. It really looks really good to me, and the narrative is there. So if you're looking for a long-term play, I think BITI could be it. But again, do not consider anything to be financial advice. These are all meme coins. Everything is risky in this space. So make sure that you do your own research around everything that you ape or everything that you sell as well, because you should not be missing out on good profits, right? Because yesterday there was a massive dump in the price of Bitcoin, right? Everything was falling towards the downside. And then I had something in my mind and I thought that, I should just put up a tweet. And that is what I said. The market has its own ways to test who's got the weak hands, right? Winners are not made overnight. You have to understand, if you're looking for a 100x play or a 1000x play or a 10x play, indeed, 1000x is very, very rare, guys. I'm going to tell you, because you have to be very early. If somebody is telling you that some coin is going to do a 1000x and it's already sitting at like 20, 30, 40 million dollars, guys, they're probably just farming you, right? Now, do the math yourself and see if it is actually possible or you're just being fed some stupid dreams, right? But 10x is quite possible. 100x, I've seen it multiple times. I've shared multiple calls for absolutely free, which I've done 100x as well, right? Now, the point is, winners are not made overnight. You will not get that 100x return overnight. You will not get that 1000x return overnight, but you will have to hold through every single shakeout, every single fake out, the moments when you feel like it is not working out, it is not looking good, right? That is when you actually get to see the absolute big returns, the massive return on investments, right? But one can lose an opportunity within a blink of an eye by giving up early. So if you sell something and if you just sell everything at a particular time just because the price is going towards the downside for the shorter term, then guys, you are just leaving the table and you're losing the chance, you're losing the opportunity to win, right? That is why it is easy to give up and it takes just one click of a button. But to actually win, to actually make that 100x return, to actually get those 10x, 20x plays, you have to hold. You have to win it through, right? So that is what I said. The market has its own ways to test who's got weak hands. I hope you don't. All right. Study patience and study conviction. Real community is built. Real community is win. And that is what I am here to teach you all. Apart from that, guys, a lot of people have been asking me about this coin right here. It's Latina Language Model, LLM. So right now, I think it is a good play, but this is the kind of play which could eventually go either to $100 million market cap from here onwards. All right. Or it could just come back down and just tank and, everybody loses interest. So this is a very risky play in my opinion, but there is a high chance that it could actually hit $100 million. I shared this inside Ksrossi's private right around here at like $7-8 million market cap. Then it went all the way to $24 million. Right now, we are seeing the first retrace towards the downside. Your first zone of support is sitting at 9.5 million. Below that, you have another zones of support. One is going to be at 3.5 million. Another one is around $6 million. All right. So if you're willing to grab a bag, you can grab in this region. I would not suggest you to buy here, even though it is perfectly normal to bounce off from here onwards and then continue higher, because usually good coins do not retrace all the way to like 786 and 886 Fibonacci levels. They tend to bounce from the 0.618. All right. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. Nothing is. And make sure that you make your own decisions and take responsibility of your wins, of your losses. And that is basically everything, guys, from this particular episode. If you are willing to join Ksrossi's private, the link is given in the description section below. This week, we are going to be running an on-chain masterclass where you will be able to learn how to navigate through Solana scan. All right. So if you're interested to join that, the link is given in the description section below for Ksrossi's private. Apart from that, guys, if you enjoyed watching this video, then make sure that you drop a like and also smash that subscribe button and ring the bell notification icon so that you can be notified whenever I put up another update. That's all, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep hustling.
Never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.